Hurst.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Here.
Mr. Watson.
Present. You were emailed a copy of the agenda for today's meeting. I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented, please.
So moved.
Mr. Hurst. Second.
Mr. Beeler.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Beeler.
Yes.
Mrs. Castleman. Yes. Mr. Hurst.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Watson.
Yes. Do we have any requests for comments?
No, I received a request for comments.
Okay, thank you. The minutes of the regular meeting of August 24, 2010, it was also emailed to you. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented, please?
So moved.
Mrs. Castleman, second. Mr. Martin. Could I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Beeler.
Yes.
Mrs. Castleman. Yes. Mr. Hurst.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Watson.
Yes. We've got a full agenda today. There's going to be a lot of reports and comments from the superintendent and treasurer. So, having said that, might as well get started right now with the superintendent and treasurer. At the last meeting, before we left, I had requested that the administration prepare a report to the commission that would outline what some of the savings would be with the elimination of certain activities. Not that we have any intentions of making these reductions at this time, nor any promises that they'll be made later, but they are issues that could possibly go into a recovery plan if the worst possible results occur here in the next few weeks. And we have to revise our recovery plan. I just want you to have this information so you can look at it, so you can study it, so you know what kind of an impact that these would have on the school district. So having said that, Sean, you want to go ahead and start?
Sure. The first page you have in there is just a summary of the list that we were given last month of the information items that the commission had wanted to look at. And if you go on the next packet in there, there's a couple different pieces that are stapled together. The first one is kind of has some summary answers to answers and information for each of these items. And then the last packet stapled together is attachment of exhibits that relate to some of the items in the first packet. But going through these, the very first one, the elimination of all athletics and all extracurricular activities. You can see there, for beginning with 2009-2010 school year, the district did implement pay-to-play fees across the board, really, for athletics and all extracurricular activities that were designed to be fully supported and fully funded. For example, in the athletic fees, they're $431 across the board, 2009-2010 school year. The other extracurriculars, band, choir, those types of things were, the fees vary by activity. And again, we're designed to be self-supported, that would pay for the advisor and then also any transportation costs that were included. Moving forward to the 2010-2011 school year, those athletic pay-to-play fees went from $431 to $651. A couple of reasons for that. One is that the amount of money the athletic department had on hand for 2009-2010 school year, based on accumulation of about 10 years worth of money they had saved up over time, and that money was used entirely in 2009-2010. So 2010-2011, that money was not available. And then also for 2010-2011, there was an additional factor added in here for overhead costs, utilities, groundskeepers, those types of things that were added in for the 2010-2011 school year. The bottom line is, if you look at that, again, the second attachment has a spreadsheet looks like this. There was an athletic task force that was put together to study the full effect And basically, at the end of the day, what was settled on was that fee of $651. And again, that full model is right here. So to answer your question on the first one, what will be the impact, what will be the dollar impact of eliminating all athletics, eliminating all extracurriculars? That model is designed to be a fully self-supporting model. At this point in the year, it's really too early to tell whether or not that's going to actually happen for 2010, 2011. There's a few variables in there that really will determine whether or not it is self-supported. One of those is the number of kids that come out and participate. What was projected was a 10% decrease in participation from fiscal year 2010 to fiscal year 2011. We'll see how that plays out by the end of the school year. Secondly is the ticket sales, the gate receipts. That is another variable. We'll see how that plays out again for the rest of the school year to determine whether or not the model really did come true. But again, it's designed to be self-supporting for all those activities. Any questions on that one before I?
Yeah, Sean, since we're going through these individually, we'll save questions for each one after the end of each item. I think the model also assumes a pretty aggressive fundraising program as well. Can the fundraising program continue over the 5-year period as aggressively as it is the first year? What about gate receipts? What if they drop off? One of the concerns, of course, is how many kids are you going to lose to other districts who want to participate in athletic activities. Going back to the Columbus area when Southwestern did away with athletics, a lot of those kids jumped borders and went to other schools. Now they're coming back and their programs are starting to rebuild again, but it's taken a little bit. And if you lose those, not only mean you're losing kids, but you're also losing money to the other districts. You're paying out. And again, I'm not sure the district even knows how much is this going to be self-supporting until the end of the year when they can get all the gate receipts and get all their fundraising, get all their expenses tied together and make a comparison of what we brought in. Go ahead.
You want to take a question on this one right now?
Yes, go ahead.
Sean, essentially, was the athletics self-sufficient last year?
It was last year.
It was. So last year, 431, they paid for itself, right?
The model was set up, the 431 was designed to pay for the athletics itself. It wasn't designed to pay for utilities, groundskeepers, those kinds of things. So when you're not factoring those in, it was
So that's been factored in this year. And what was the amount in the model that was ultimately decided upon? You had mentioned that there had been some money that accumulated over the years, and that there was a concern that there needed to be, maybe this isn't the right word, but I'm going to call it a slush fund. What was the amount, if this model functions as predicted, it'll create an additional amount of money, isn't that right? I mean, what's that amount of money?
Yeah, that's in your model. If you look at the bottom right, there's a little box that has key assumptions in it. You can see the key assumptions down there. I think the contingency is what you're referring to. Contingency was $65,000.
So if the model works, athletics will pay for itself, will pay for the overhead, and it'll be $65,000 in the bank.
Right.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Any other questions? Go ahead, please.
Second one is the supplemental contracts. A lot of the supplemental contracts would include things like department chairs at the high school, National Honor Society, student government, those types of things. A lot of those supplementals were eliminated for the 2009-2010 school year. A lot of those activities just were not done. Some of those were continued to be funded by the general fund. Some of those are also funded at the building level by the principal fund. It was fundraising, whether it's pop machines or other types of fundraising at the building level. Those were not general fund dollars, so some of those were kept in there. If you look at your list there, you can see the breakdown by type, and basically to eliminate all the remaining supplementals that are in the general fund, save about $22,000.
Now, the 5,200 for junior and senior class advisors, that's an aggregate of both.
Sir, so like pardon me, the advisors to the National Honor Society, they would be paid $2,600.
Right.
I mean, did the student who's inducted in the honor society, is there a membership fee or a fee that they
Not for
pay?
these activities. The ones, anything that had a fee associated with it would be in the extracurricular activities
Okay.
above, right?
So if you're
Some of
going to
those-
a student council or something like that, there's not a kind of a student fee.
Choir, band, those types of things, they do have a fee associated with them. The ones you see down here in item number 3 do not have a fee associated with them. So, for example, National Honor Society, student government, those did not have a fee associated with those. Other questions?
Any other questions? Okay.
That was 22,000. The next one down was closing school buildings at the end of each day. Right now, there's really only 2 buildings that we're not already doing this at, and that would be the high school, this building, and the junior high. Just the activities that are going on there. In the evenings, they are not shut down quite as early as the other buildings. In terms of utility savings is really the main piece that you have there in terms of cost savings. And talking with we have some different utility people we work with, and talking with them, the savings anticipated really would not be that much. The buildings are already set on with the control system we have in place. They call it a night setback. So if it's warmer outside, they'll set the building automatically at the end of the day to go to an 80 to 82 degree temperature, or in the winter time, if it's automatically set to go to a 52, 55 degree setback. So basically, if you don't use the buildings at all, starting at 4 o'clock, there's really not a huge amount of savings you have there. You're still going to have custodians in the building, the second shift clean. You're still going to have some utilities there. You're not going to have, if you do that, you're really not going to change your heating and cooling temperatures that much, because over and above what's already been done. So an estimate about $5,000 to change those. Like I said, it really wouldn't be a huge difference from where we're at right now.
Are there any personnel costs associated with that? If you have the open, do you have to pay any overtime for people to be here, or?
Overtime has really been cut out. We don't approve any overtime unless there's extreme circumstances, snow removal, something like that. So there's no overtime currently being used on, if you have the buildings open. I mean, if the building is open for volleyball practice or something, obviously there's a pay-to-play fee associated with that. And included in that is the utility cost. There's a utility cost factor in that model. So, but other than those things, there's not a lot there.
Any other questions? Okay. The teaming?
The next one is teaming at the junior high. I'm going to, I'll defer probably some of these teaming questions to Mr. Power, Mr. Bennett. They're a lot more in depth at talking staff, educational staffing than I am. But in terms, you can see there listed out the subjects in each of those grades, the current staff we have there as of now, projected staff, and then the reduction of staff that would result by moving away from the teaming schedule at the junior high. Total staff reduction would be 10 to move away from that type of program. Estimated cost savings $650,000.
What happens?
Obviously,
Go ahead.
obviously,
Yeah.
you've got an educational impact there.